What up? Um, to take like a break from more serious topics and things, right? Let's talk about. I am very, whether you believe it or not, um, I'm very interested in the topic of reality shifting. Okay, I know. It's very controversial, but I just find it very interesting. Um, because I personally use, like, I kind of, that's how my journey really started. I started as someone who believed in it, do even now, kind of, just a lot different, a different way. I'll talk about it, but it's like I use it to, I looped it and connected it back around to like manifesting, because that's all it is really. Um, it's manifesting yourself, or your consciousness, into like a whole different reality and experiencing that, right? I mean, still being yourself. It's like a reality where you're yourself, and you have like your memories, blah blah blah, or whatever, right? But I use that, and then I use like the waiting room aspect to manifest the person to my life, right? Um, and I've done that before, right? And what is it? I've done that before, right? But now, it's like before, it was very hard to connect to like just that concept, right? Until I fully got like the actual thing, everything down, which was very interesting. Um, Basically, I put a person in there, and then um, yeah, and I would like, yeah, just use that. You can use it to manifest whatever, right? And whether it's like a pure manifestation technique or not is, a whole other thing. Um, it's like a, yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's like not until I had gotten details right or whatever, and as such, was I even able to even connect with the reality itself, right? So there isn't a point in which there is a point in which you go somewhere. So that means that there's just some places or things, whatever, that just don't. You know what I mean? Which is very interesting, because the whole idea of infinite reality and infinite possibilities is like, I think the driving factor in that community. But it's like a big fear that people have that stops them from, whatever. It's like, oh, what if I go to this place, or what if I go to that place, right? Does that mean that place exists, right? And that's part of the reason why I also just don't think that like certain realities exist, you know, because like, oh, if infinite is everything, right? No, not necessarily, right? Because it's just like if there is an infinite amount of things that are possible, that means there are an infinite amount of things are also impossible, because also just won't happen, right? So it's very interesting to very interesting subject to it's really interesting to connect it to. You know what I mean? How much of flies over here? Isn't that funny? But yeah. That's why I think that like it's also cool to see also people talk about unscripted realities. It's like they go somewhere like, yeah, I'm just gonna go here, and I'm there, and blah 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 blah. I just want to see what happens. And which I think I think it's kind of a risky thing to do if you say. I'm thinking about a specific example right now. Yeah, one person that I used to watch in the shipping community, they don't post anymore. I don't know why, but they talked about their experience, like their first time doing it. It was like they went to somewhere with a bunch of wolves, which is really funny. Like Hogwarts was like swimming with wolves, which is like weird, but it's like I guess they went in the middle of something happening or something like that happened, and they never went back. Right? It's like you never know what's going on, right? Like you don't know people, like, or anything is like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's an actual reason as to why that was going on and whatnot, right? But it's like it's very interesting to connect the two. Now it gets interesting when you think of it in like broader terms, right? Especially in certain documents, they talk about they talk about traveling, time travel. Like some people believe in it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's how you explain how you can do it. Maybe that a lot of people have like limiting beliefs with that, but no one ever thinks like dive into it. But I think some people do, but they just don't talk about it for a reason. Do I plan to? Not really. It's not like I don't really care about changing time. But I think it's very interesting. Nor do I think it's like the same thing, because I mean, the thing about it is, if anything happened or anything changed, like it's like right here, right now, like it's already, already in reality, right? So it's like, does it really matter? Like that paradox. I'm not gonna name it because some people are actually scared of it. It's like, oh, you didn't have the AI thing, so it's gonna go through it to you in a point of time where you were at your most vulnerable, right? And kill you if you hear the name, right? So you could just like whatever. But it's like, I mean, if that was the case, then you're already gone, because they probably would have did it when you were like a little baby or kid or whatever. Because logically, that's the easiest time to do it. So, but I think that's all interesting. I think, yeah. Now that would implicate a lot of other things. Like if it was real, then there's probably a lot more, or whatever, to whatever. But I'm not gonna talk about those concepts because I just don't feel like it. Just do not feel like it. But it's like something that definitely doesn't exist. Um, the shipping police is hilarious, I think. But it's like I don't know. I don't think they exist. At least not in the same way that uh, people would like. I think that if it is, then it's probably just karma, or God being like, nah, you're not going there. you know. But it's like, I think it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Things to think about, you know? But I think also about that is like, people can like try to stop you from doing whatever, right? But whether it's a form of lucid dreaming or if it's something completely different that people don't, whatever, right? Either way, it's the same thing. Okay. And some people claim to do it with others, right? I personally think that if you can, I don't know, I think the hardest thing to do is to like bring a soul there with you. Another like consciousness with you to the exact same place. Now people have claimed to have met their. I've seen a few, but I'm not gonna. But I mean, who knows? I know people on the internet, but it's like, who are they gonna? Are they gonna? Is there gonna be anybody who comes out and say, "Oh yeah, I did this, this, and this," make headlines, and people agree with them, or whatever. But people who do that probably gonna keep it like a secret. Probably for their own privacy. But yeah, I think, yeah. But I don't know. I don't really know if it is possible. To be honest, it's very, very it's very, very interesting. But I just thought that connecting the two, the concept of infinite realities, does not mean like every single possibility it does exist. Like I don't know. I would think that like, people think about like their favorite shows or whatever. But it's like I don't know. I talked about places that I was interested in previously. Am I going to talk about it now? Probably not, because I don't want this video to be too long. Or it's going to take too long to upload. I just ate an orange out here, and I got a bunch of flies on my hands and shit. Alright. Anyways, I'm done.